the 4 best years of your life. If you were to hear these lines, most people would recollect only those 4 years that they spent in college. 4 years, assuming that you did engineering, which most students in India end up doing irrespective of whether they want to do it or not. So 4 friends want to relive those 4 years, the 4 best years of their life. They are having a reunion. And what better reunion location in India than Goa? So here we are, Friends Reunion, Goa. Where would you begin if you were asked to recollect the memories of your college life? Most people would pick the first day, the orientation or the pep talk that we received from one of our professors, telling us why we are here, what we must do here, what we must expect in the next 4 years. Friends Reunion takes that same point, but in a slightly different manner, and very cleverly introduces to us the main characters that we are going to see in the next 4 episodes. The predictable route would have been to have a montage and have a voiceover introducing us to the 4 characters, but the writer tries something different. It feels good and it comes off quite well. So we have 4 friends: Sigi the nerd, Prerna the writer, Rajan the scientist, and Jigyasu, who we are not quite sure about but definitely likes to give away free advice, especially when it is unsolicited. Now this could easily have been a hangover type of madcap fun ride in Goa, especially with the beer, the beaches, the nightclubs and everything. Once the setting is established, many of us would expect it to take that route, but here it is completely different. It takes a very serene route, taking us back through the college days, telling us how the bonds of friendship were forged, how the characters evolved over the 4 years. So those of you who are expecting a hangover type of madcap fun ride, you can safely stay away. Goa is just a backdrop that provides the scenic beauty, the beaches that are pleasant to watch. Other than that, Goa doesn't play an element in the story. Maybe perhaps it gives the director the freedom of placing beer bottles, cigarettes in almost every frame without being asked the plausibility of it. The same story could have happened in Alibag or Kasauli, wouldn't have changed except for the beer bottles. What we get is a leisurely paced, non-linear narrative of college life, of the 4 years of college life, which allows us to connect quite closely with our memories. It is leisurely paced as any vacation in Goa should be. The narration cuts back and forth between the vacation and the college days. The writing is especially good in the transition phases where a well-placed dialogue or well-placed event cuts back to the college days. The editing is also quite good. The transitions are seamless and smooth and not jerky as they easily could have been. It is the slices of college life that keep holding our attention, and the editing is very smart. It has not allowed any extended period to go without a college life episode coming in between to hold our attention. What keeps us connected is the realism of the entire episode and the dialogues. Most web series make this common error of going overboard with the swearing because censors do not look at the web series. But Friends Reunion Goa has drawn a line and not crossed it, which enhances the viewability of the series. The intentionally funny philosophical interaction with the professor, some ragging events involving a senior played with just the right amount of arrogance. Some dialogues genuinely stick with us for a long time after we have watched those episodes, especially the interstellar analogy at the start, the fact without emotion analogy to Sachin Tendulkar's straight drive in 2007, or the conversation with the professor about the meaning of life. These dialogues are really witty, really well written, and really stick with us for a long time. It is the diversity of the characters that makes Friends Reunion click with us. No 2 characters are the same. No one is in college for the same reason. One guy is there because he loves engineering. The other guy is there because he thinks he'll find answers in engineering, but he ends up finding that none of his answers are in engineering. The third guy is there because he doesn't know why he is there. And the fourth guy is there because everyone else is there. So everybody has a different reason to be in college. And every character's growth over those 4 years is explored. At least 2 characters are shown to face genuine problems which they confront and overcome during those 4 years, like a profound weakness in English for one guy. So these are the very real life problems that make us connect with Friends Reunion Goa. To add to that, at least 2 characters are at a crossroads in their life at the time this vacation is happening. That adds an additional layer to the narrative. Friends Reunion is not about finding the perfect solution to everything. Friends Reunion is more about acknowledging that life is not perfect. It need not be perfect. It can be lived and enjoyed as it is, especially with friends by your side. It is also about acknowledging that life is not about the shackles that society places on you. Life can also be about free will. The best thing about Friends Reunion Goa is the balance that it has maintained between the characters. There is no lead protagonist as such. All four are given equal space in the screen and in the screenplay. Maybe we get to know a little more about a couple of characters than about the others, but that's about it. Every character is as important or as unimportant as the other. Friends Reunion is aptly cast with certain limitations for sure. There is one character who doesn't look as convincing as a college student as the others. We'll let you judge that for yourself. The foursome is Patralekha, Aman, Aditya and Ajay. They do exactly what is required for these characters. There is very little to complain throughout the length of this web series. One is left wondering about the constant presence of beer bottles and cigarettes in almost every frame. We get that it is Goa, but even in the flashback frames in the college days, there is a constant presence of beer bottles that could have been avoided. You might not be able to connect with everything that's shown in Friends Reunion Goa, but definitely there will be moments that you can connect with. If you have some time, if you want to watch a web series, and if you are tired of gangster dramas, drugs, shooting and swearing, then Friends Reunion Goa is definitely prescribed for you. It takes you down a trip on nostalgia lane. You're able to relive the 4 best years of your life if you had them. And definitely you will finish watching this web series with a smile on your face. If you have time, definitely go for Friends Reunion Goa. If you like this video and want more content like this, please subscribe to Talks of Cinema.